Hey everybody, how are you? Welcome to the first episode of the Cooking and Chords podcast. I'm so lucky to have my friend James here today. And James was the guy that actually set up all of the video and audio stuff for me for my show, for my Facebook Lives, for my Zoom, and now my podcast. I bought all the equipment and he set everything up and he showed me and he took me through it because I cook. I am not, and I sing, but I am not a computer guru. But with his help, I will do that. And I have my sweetheart Barb here. She is my videographer, and she is my cheerleader, and I'm just wonderful, to have her on. So my friend James is also a chef. He is the chef of Barcelona in Fairfield, Connecticut, and that's a tapas restaurant. Very creative guy, really good with technology, great guitar player, and he sings too. Chef, you actually have your own. You want to come over here and sit with me?
Yeah, sure.
He actually has.
What's up, y'all?
There he is. He actually has an album that he just did. So he's a singer, creative person, and it's music, language, cooking. It all interchanges. It all it connects with each other, and makes us who we are. We're not always in a stable mood, though, are we, Chef?
No, definitely the ups and downs of like being in a kitchen, and it's definitely tough. It's not for everyone. People see it on TV and they're like, "Oh man, that's something I want to do with my life." But it looks glamorous and all that and glitzy, but at the end of the day, it's hard work. And the only way you'll make it in the industry and cooking is if you actually love it. And that's the biggest part of your longevity in this industry, just actually caring about what you do. And if you don't do that, then just stop now.
It's the only way you sustain, because
Yeah.
I was a restaurant owner myself in the 90s and the 2000s, and we actually had a few at the same time. And so let me ask you this. What inspires you to go to work every day?
What inspires me to go?
Because, the hours are really, really long, and sometimes it's a thankless job. It really
I
is.
like, at the end of the day, making people happy, and I like affecting a lot of people. So that's my biggest motivation. I would say definitely for going to work every day is people coming. There are fans, and they want to see new songs every week. They don't want to come and hear the same song over and over. So you have to switch it up. And that's what keeps people coming back. It's just having that creative freedom to be able to put whatever dish I want on the menu, whatever seasonal, and there's no one there saying no, you can't do it. And that's why I love my job, having that creative freedom while still executing my company's vision for their goal, while at the same time they let me make my own dishes. So just being able to make people's day, and my employees. Like, the kitchen isn't filled with scholars and rocket scientists at home sometimes. But so usually those people in life need a good influence in their life, and the kitchen is usually that place. It's notorious for bringing people in the door who don't really know what they want to do with their life, and then 6 months later, you inspire someone who wants to be a chef and they want to be just like you.
So where does your inspiration come from?
Just life, culture, things I taste, things I hear. Usually when I'm at work, I think a good songs to write, and usually when I'm at home, that's when I think of really good dishes. On my days off, I'll go to restaurants, some of my favorite restaurants, and see what they got on the menu, and just, if I love it, I'll replicate it and make it my own. And be like, hey, you inspired me to do this. And that's how you start the network of chefs in the area, which is good. We need to have that.
Iron siphons are.
Word of mouth goes still faster than social media.
You know what I always, being creative myself, you don't always have that creative spark. So, it's almost like it's an up and down thing. Sometimes you really have it, and that's when you got to create and inspire yourself to do a lot at one time, so you have it in those times where you're in a low, and you don't have that creative spark
For serious.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't come all the time, so it's almost like it goes down a little bit.
It's never a steady thing. You can't never force your own creativity.
And if you're not in a good mood or you're not in a good way, and hey, listen, we're human and it happens. We're not always up at the top every day. But so I've always found it helpful to just walk away when I'm not feeling it and come back and do double when I'm feeling it so I can have it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Do you feel the same way? Sean?
No, 100%. Like, let's relate this to music. Like, I was struggling with this song. I was trying to do the vocals every night on my new EP. I was getting home from work. I'm like, tonight I'm gonna do it. Just being exhausted every day, trying to like wail it out. So I took like 7 days, tried to do it every night. Nah, tomorrow will be the day. Delete everything I did. Tomorrow will be the day. Boom, delete it. Then like I was like, you know what? I'm not singing this song for like a couple weeks. And then when I came back to it, I got the whole song done in like a 3-hour time frame, opposed to like 27 hours of waste time.
Right.
So it's like whenever you don't want to push it, it's like, you know, that's why sometimes it's good working for a good company when they're like, they're not forcing you to change the menu. Like, we need a change right now. We need to see a new topo. I was like, well, I'm not inspired to write one, so that's not how that works. And being able to do it on your own speed sometimes works better because you'll get more done than when someone's coming down on you about it. You know what I mean? It's like if you literally naturally like flow like out of your creative process. You know?
Right. Great stuff. I just had a question I was going to ask you, and it just fell out of my mind here. Oh, I know what it was. When you create a dish and you have a great night, now you told me that it rained on Friday, and right now, because of the COVID and all the restaurants are opening up now, a lot has to do with eating outside. If you can't eat outside and it rains, it kind of hurts your business because a lot of people still aren't comfortable going inside. So most of it's outside because it rained on Friday. You said a lot of people came on Saturday that were going to come on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
After the night is over and you have, what does cooking do for you emotionally? What does it do to your heart? What does it do to your brain? How does it make you feel?
Well,
do you know what I'm saying?
Long, busy night you're talking about? Like how?
Yeah, after a long, busy night, or if you're just killing time at home and you have an hour and a half, because I'm going to tell you what it does for me, but I want to ask you first.
Cooking is a great release, but you have to have balance. You know, sometimes when you're in the kitchen for like 70 hours a week, you're just like, get me out of here. You know, that's why I like to split up my days off because it keeps you constantly like stimulated. I would say.
Right.
Like when you split your days off, so you work 2 days, have a day off, work 3 days, have a day off, instead of going 5 in a row. Because day 5, you don't want to do anything.
Right.
You're like burnt out. So I feel like splitting them up like keeps my creativity going, but it's hard, man. That's back to what I originally said. Like you really gotta love it, because you think at the end of the night you're running around, you don't sit down, like you just drink water. You had like a little bit of bread. You know, the tickets start coming in, they don't stop, and you're there till it ends. Like maybe you can go use the bathroom some nights. You know, thank God. Like there's like a stop in the rush. They'd be like, oh my God. So it's strenuous. It's hard. So that's not a glamorous part about it at all. It'll literally crush your physical everything. But as long as
you're working on adrenaline.
Yeah, you're literally just running on fumes. That's what it is. But if you love it, this industry is one of the only one. Well, not one of the only ones. One of them. That's like you will get whatever you put into it back.
And it's instant It's instant sometimes. You know, it's like It's not like if you're a contractor, you have a vision. You're building a house, and you have the architects do the plan, and then you execute the plan.
Scrap was like, yo, let's see how this house is gonna look.
And then sometimes it takes 3, 4, 5 months for your vision to come to fruition, and then as an owner, it might take you 6 months to get paid. I think this is one of the only businesses that you can have that instant gratification of how it makes others feel, how it makes you feel, and get paid the same day.
Exactly. You just go outside. You don't need to think like, oh man, I wonder if they're gonna like that deck I built them. It's like, no, I just brought it out there in 10 minutes. I'm gonna get the instant gratification. You don't have to wait to sit around for it.
And you're gonna know.
That's actually, I never really thought about it like that. Yeah.
It really is. It's great. So would you say that when you cook at the restaurant, it does something different for you than when you cook at home for yourself. Unless let's say you're entertaining 4 or 5 friends, is it a different? Is it a different feeling of pride and accomplishment working in the restaurant at the end of the night, or cooking?
I feel like, yeah, because my audience is larger, but I cook the same for those people as I would my family, and that's why I like working in the restaurant. It's like a constant revolving. Barcelona, our theme is like, it's always a party. It's like you're having a house party at your house, and all these guests are over. How are you gonna feed them? What are you gonna feed? You know, and that's our whole methodology of our business, pretty much. Like, they're guests in your house, feed them. So being able to do that for 300 people in a night, and getting feedback from
with the same passion and love, right?
45 people, that's great. You know, and it's someone you don't even know, and they call you out to the table like, you made this. And they're freaking out, and it's like, your family like, yeah, it's okay. You know, like, you're hearing honest truth from people that you never met before, and they're going out of their way to tell you how good it was. And they're not killer. They're not just there to like give you a pat on the back, like, oh yeah, it's good. You know, it's like unbiased opinion, and that's what's the best part about it.
Yeah, I remember those days. But I'm a little older now, so that's a young man's job, or a young man's business. But I tell you what, I love cooking at the house, and I love entertaining. It's a great way for me to show my love. I show love anyway, but it's just through food, and I sing and play like you, so through I can reach people's hearts through food and music.
Absolutely.
And it's really relaxing.
You go to over someone's house and you go to
it's just relaxing.
Party. Food, music, obviously drinks most of the time, but like
it connects people.
Two, right
it just
you can play music and cook people food. It's like, oh my god, what else can we do? You know?
You connect. I think you can connect at a higher level, a deeper level. You can connect at a deeper level through food, and people are relaxed, and you can just connect at a higher level. I know that it gives me a sense of pride and accomplishment when I cook. And people are happy. I just love it. And when I have people come over, my family and my friends, they leave a different person from when they came. They're different when they leave from when they came. Exactly. I try to exceed their expectations, and not that it's a show for me, because I'm very, very humble, and I always I just want to do the best job I can do when I'm cooking out there, and I just love it. I don't know where I'd be without food and music. I got to tell you, totally life changing for me. You know,
it's definitely why it helps me wake up every day. Those 2 things, for sure.
And that's why I love doing my Cooking and Chords show, just to offer value to people. It started for me because I'm a school teacher at East Haven High School. I teach culinary. We had to go online to teach our kids. I'm like, how are we going to teach our kids online? So I started doing videos in my kitchen, and it turned into, why don't I just do this? I can use my videos for my show for the kids at school because they're all G-rated.
Yeah.
Not they wouldn't be G-rated anyway, but you know, you have to know your audience, and you want to put it out there for all the whole spectrum, and you don't want to exclude anyone. Because there's always something that can benefit from food and music. There's always something that's going to come good out of it, you know. But so I decided to just do this show thing, and I branded myself with Cooking and Chords. I got a nice, cute little logo of myself playing an animated version. And I'm out there. Yeah, we can get coffee cups, we can get T-shirts and hats, and we'll get those. I just ordered some chef coats to put the logo on. I'm just going out there. I want to do the best I can and to make people smile, and they can learn something from the show. And actually, cooking the lessons online, you were doing that at Barcelona during the pandemic, and that gave me an idea that I can do lessons and take the overwhelm out of cooking. All right, show people I can wow their friends and help them polish up their skills and reinforce those skills, all online through Zoom live. Okay, it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm going to be doing a master class in the next couple weeks, where I'm going to invite people to join on for free, just to check out what I'm doing.
That's awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
It's an easy way to like market
Any last thoughts? Any last thoughts
You know,
for the Epicureans out there?
everyone who's doing it right now, all the chefs out there, if you're still doing it, good for you. You got what it takes. But everyone out there who wants to be a chef one day, don't think it's impossible. It's not. It takes a lot of hard work and sacrifice, and you're going to sacrifice way more than you actually need to get it. So it's all on your effort and time. That's all it is. Whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. You want to be a chef in 2 years, you'll be a chef. You don't want to be a chef for 10 years from now. Not going to. You have to take it. You have to take the opportunity.
You first have to
No one's going
decide.
to hand it to you.
First have to decide you're going to do it
Exactly.
and just keep moving.
But the biggest part, I think, is no one's going to hand you any opportunity or position in the kitchen. You have to take it from them.
Words of wisdom.
Yeah.
From Chef James
Absolutely.
Bizak.
Yeah. But thanks for having me on your show. It was a good
Thanks for
first
being here,
episode.
brother.
On the fly, we just did it.
This is something, yeah, we're going to be doing. I'm going to be interviewing more people on here. Entrepreneurs, restaurant owners, chefs. Just to offer value, just to have a conversation. And because when you're having conversations with people and you're bouncing stuff off each other, new ideas come.
Absolutely.
And then others build on that. So this is how we do it.
It's fun. It's good
Thank you
stuff.
so much for joining on the podcast with us, and I'm looking forward to the next one. And want to do it? How do
Absolutely.
I? See you soon.